And hello, everybody. Going live for the first time in probably years. And I wanted to do so because I did not get a chance to do a preview video for my live sale with Scott coming up in less than a half an hour. So this is probably not going to do me a whole lot of good, but if anybody hops on, maybe you'll see it and maybe you'll want to join the sale tonight. So Patrick, Trusty Huckster Mercantile. I have been doing live sales with Scott in the Old Curiosity Shop for a couple of years now. And every month on the fourth Monday, we do a sale. Can be usually unbreakable sale. This time we're mixing it up a little bit. And the calendar got away from me. I thought I had one more week before the fourth Monday. Fourth Monday's today. So I did not get a chance to do a preview video. So I'm just going to do one really quick to show a handful of items, get something out there, because again, the sale is in 22 minutes. So don't know how much actual promotion this is going to get, but I figured I'll at least start. And there's a bunch of really good stuff that I've got coming tonight. Some things I may end up not putting in the sale because I didn't do a preview. And I think some of them really might need to have a little bit more research done on them. This being one of them. I had the opportunity to pick up a whole series of Asian soapstone carvings. And this one is an absolutely beautifully carved, I think that's a dragon. So I had some that were food dogs. What I really liked about this one is it's got the carving all the way around. It is a chop mark. It is a stamp. And the stamp has been used. I did not figure out, that does not look like Chinese. So I don't know what, it looks like it's Arabic. But it's got this detail on the sides. Most of them do not have that. This is just a beautiful piece. And we're not sure on the age of them. This is something that is probably still being made, but it's one of those cases. It's like making glass. The art form has been around for a long time, and the pieces are beautifully done. So this one is one of those Asian items I'm going to offer. In the same lot, I picked up these little they're the hear no evil, see no evil. And how do I get this to not glare? Let's go the other way. That's a little bit better. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. It was in the lot of soapstone, but I do not believe these are soapstone. I looked at the bottom. They may just be resin. I'm not sure, but they're very nicely done because they've actually got different, like you can see the outer coat is a slightly different finish than the fur that's on the monkeys. So you got the hear no evil. You've got the see no evil. Come on, we can do this. There we go. See no evil. And speak no evil. So that's another Asian-inspired theme. I've got Japanese. Thought this was kind of cool. It is a little wallet. It's almost like a Tyvek material. From looking at the insert, probably from the 70s, maybe the 80s. It's something called Zemlya paper products. So did a little bit of digging. Some people put it in the 70s, could be in the 80s, but it's like it's actually called a non-woven material that then printed with this really beautiful scene on it. And it's a wallet, checkbook cover, although the top doesn't have a slot. So it's really just more like a wallet. It's got two pockets to it. And it comes with a set of Japanese paper. And that's actually what the little card says. It's in Japanese on the back. But in the English side, the feeling of well-known Japanese paper, wagami, and the grace of the famous dying Kyoto Yuzuzomi make new paper products, Zemaya. So we've got that is going to be available, something small. Because we moved away, those were all, well, I would say this is kind of unbreakable, but if you try really hard, it could break. I actually just posted a video about this. I picked up a collection of these ice cream molds, and I just posted a video that actually showed me using this and actually making ice cream out of it. Didn't come out very well, but the concept was there, and you actually could see what it turned into. This was actually a duplicate in the set that I bought, so that's why this one is going to be up for sale. But I have some truly breakable items. Got this beautiful porcelain brush dowel. There we go. for bridge or for playing cards. She's got a little tally marker on here for the bridge table. And she says right on the back, Germany. So she's probably from the teens or the 20s. So very breakable. So not really part of the non-breakable sale, but still. Picked up this lot. They kind of go together, so I went ahead and put them together. Maybe moving a little into mid-century modern, which I don't do a lot of, but I thought the colors were kind of cool, and a little horse. This was actually a Facebook Marketplace pickup along with a few things for myself. I added these, and I'll be honest, I thought the horse was going to be really big. It's really small. So it'll be easy to ship. So I thought this was like a fun little bud vase and a little horse. I'll have that available tonight. Also breakable. I have these Sebastian miniatures. I've got a, let's see, this one is Huckleberry Finn. I've also got Tom Sawyer. Got some age on these, probably 30s or 40s with their original boxes. This was fun. Now, when I saw this, I kind of knew what it was. I thought it was a wick trimmer. So when I've seen these before, they just have like a little smaller box. You know, it's kind of flat, but the scissors are like the scissor action is kind of about the same. So I thought it was to trim wick. When I did some research on it to see if I could figure out, you know, its age or anything like that, they actually said it was a candle snuffer. So maybe one and the same thing. You know, if the candle's lit, you're going to trim it and also put it out because it does close. But I grew up with my grandparents had actually, they didn't really have a collection of candle snuffers, but, you know, that was in the 70s. They had that kind of stuff, and they had silver plated candle snuffers. And I thought those were the coolest things ever. I'd never seen anything like this as a kid. This is something I discovered as I got into reselling and watching Antiques Roadshow. I just think this is cool. And I've never seen one with like a bird of paradise type bird on there. So I thought that was kind of cool. So he is going to be on offer tonight. And I also have this. This is, trying to do a little bit of digging on this one. This is a pair of scissors. I bought these in an auction. There's actually several lots. The pinking shears are in my booth. But these I tried to do a little bit of research on. It says right on there what they are. So that's good. But trying to figure out their age. They say on this side, Japan. There's been a lot. I've heard, all kinds of discussions and arguments about what that necessarily means. I think George, the Antique Nomad, was one of the first ones who opened me up to the idea that if it just says Japan, it's probably earlier than if it says made in Japan. So I would say from the graphics, from the way the box is made, we're probably 30s going into the 40s. Once you go after the war, you've got occupied Japan until 52. I don't think these are post 52. And that's sometimes when it would say made in Japan. I'm not going to swear to it, but it's kind of cool. It is, as the box says, a Gentry egg scissor. So it's got the big hole at the top. And the idea is you put this you have a soft boiled egg, you put that in there, and then you cut the top of it like you'd cut off the edge of your end of cigar or something. You cut that off, and just realized my banner disappeared. Where'd my banner go? There we go. You cut off the top of the egg so you can scoop out and do your soft boiled egg. This one also has a bottle opener on it, which you can see in the instructions right in the back of the box. Cuts to the top of a boiled egg shell with one quick motion, pierces cans, so you kind of go like a church key, and opens bottles. So all in one. So I thought that was kind of a fun pickup. And like I said, it was actually part of a box lot. It had 3 different things. I really, really, really wanted these. Got the other 2. Thought they were kind of cool. So having those available for sale. I love to do ephemera. It's one of the things when Scott and I first started this with Unbreakables. I had a lot of ephemera. I will still have ephemera tonight. This one was a fun one. It's kind of like an old fashioned, maybe a coupon book. But what this was used for, there's little tags and paper clips put in it. Inspirational poems, and it's stuffed filled with clippings, quotations and proverbs, friendship and poems and otherwise. Ethereal? No. I have no idea what that says. Special days and poems, and HHW, which I don't know what HHW is, and that folder is actually empty, so I don't know what that would be for. But I did a lot of digging. I dug out all of these little pieces. They are exactly as it said. You know, some of them are poems. There's some obituaries in here, like words of wisdom. I couldn't find any dates until on the back of this Halloween graffiti tag, it talks about the 1939 Ford cars. So we actually have a 1939, 39 40s, late 30s, early 40s coupon book that says clippings right in the front. So maybe not coupons, but it was literally designed to cut out. There's cartoons in here, like the little cartoons, the little single box ones that you'd see in newspapers. I just thought this was fun. If you're a scrapbooker, there's be all kinds of stuff that you could use in here. And I just thought the actual container itself was kind of cool too. So I'm going to include that. Again, more breakables. Got a uranium glass cake plate. Did a little bit of digging. Scott was trying to help me with it. I think he came up with US glass is probably what this one is. But Google Images was not my friend. When I picked it up, I didn't think there was any damage. And then as I was getting ready to get ready for the sale, I realized that the very corner of the 1 foot has sheared. So it does have a little bit of damage to it, but literally not noticeable. I didn't notice it when I bought it. But it's there, and I don't like carrying things with damage, but if they have damage, I will definitely disclose it. Some more ephemera. These are for my personal collection. I've got this whole series of calligraphy calling cards. So you've got some great art put on these with the names in those. Those I had in my living room at my old place. Again, picked up a bunch of Asian items. This being one of them. It comes in its original presentation box. And trying to open this without knocking everything else over. It's in pristine condition. It is a silk painting under glass of puppies. So I think they're beagles. That's my guess. It spins. But it's just a cool piece in an Asian rosewood carved stand. And again, the box is custom made for it. The stand itself fits in a little divot in the bottom of the box. So you got that. Pulled these out. I pulled more than I need. So if anyone does see the preview, if I don't show it tonight, you can ask me for it and make sure I include it. I did a trip to Germany and did a video on Notgeld. These are the Geld. These are the real currency that I used in comparison for that video. These are Reichsmarks from 1910. So these are pre-World War I Reichsmarks. So before the Notgeld, before inflation currency, this is real currency that they were using in Germany. For my personal collection, this was in a box heading to an auction. Copper lusterware. I've already sold a lot of my copper luster pieces. This one was in a box. To be perfectly honest, I had so much stuff packed up from my old place. I ended up finding a box of other pieces that I did not include. This being one of them because it was one of the larger ones. A lot of lusterware was redone in the mid 20th century, and those were marked in a very different way. This is one of the 19th century pieces that's got these medallions, green, gold, and blue painted on them. So a nice piece. And let's see, I'll just show one more item. This one I am not sure I'm going to include tonight or not, because yes, I'm trying to do this as a video, but it's really more just as a commercial to get people to come to the sale. I think I need to put more promotion into this, because when I started digging around and I found examples of this, because it actually is a manufactured piece. There's this tag right on the back saying it was made in Shanghai. As I was finding them, these things are listed anywhere from $125 to literally over $700. They all look pretty much the same. I do not know what the market is going to bear for something like this. It's a little heavy. It is a jewelry box. There's a drawer. The drawer has the little jade carvings that are held behind those metal clasps. So it's got that. The jade is also on the sides. I just realized I showed my banner disappeared again. How do I get it to keep showing up? Oh, it's got a timer on it. Oh, that's new. I got rid of my paid StreamYards, and now I just have the freebie one, and I don't think I have all the same bells and whistles that I've had before. But it's got the jade on the sides, jade in the doors, this beautiful brass handle at the top, and the doors open. And within, you have the 4 drawers of the jewelry box. So we'll see. I've got a couple other Asian items. We'll see what the market is for those if people are interested in it. If I did this, I'm going to start it at a fairly high price because this was likely going to go into my booth. I just picked this up last weekend. This was going to go into my booth because it's a little big, a little heavy to ship, but there is a lot of variety on this and it's really, really good condition. So I do think I could get a decent amount of money for it in my booth, but I could do it here if people are interested in it. So again, another Asian item. And then I've got a few things that are outside my reach. No more Asian items, another piece of glass, 2 more pieces of porcelain, some picture frames, and more ephemera. So got a nice mix. Show the banner one more time, and I figure out how to fix this. We are going live tonight in 6 minutes. We're going to be on Scott's channel, Old Curiosity Shop. If you want to hop over there, if you're watching this live, thank you to those who are watching. Or if you catch this later, we'll probably be on for about 2 hours. Hop on over, and he's got some great stuff. He did a short preview of some of his items earlier. Hey, I'm going to try and build up my channel. I'm going to be a little bit more active, putting up some videos, putting up some content, maybe even doing some of my own live sales. I just got to get back into the algorithm. My husband is out of town for the next month, so I've got some time alone. So I'm putting a lot of things on eBay. So that's been keeping me busy and researching a lot of these pieces. I'll sell some of them tonight, but hopefully you'll see additional things coming out of me and on my YouTube channel in the near future. So if you've been watching this video, thank you so much. I hope you're a subscriber. If not, hey, that's fine too. Watch for the content that makes you happy and brings you joy. So hopefully it gave you a little bit of joy thank you for putting your trust in Trusty Huckster, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.